I've wanted to hit on multiple siblings as well. Well, that happened.
Move on with the night.
Well, that happened. Alrighty, getting ready to play the Outer Worlds. Alright, let's hop right into this shit. Start playing was essentially New Vegas 2, but not really. I really hate that all these fucking new games have the fucking the fucking UI font is so fucking small. Why is it gotta be so small? Can I make this bigger? God, I can't. Alright, let's do it. Let's do, whoa. Alright, let's just do normal. Alrighty. Hop right in. I'm really interested about this game. I've done literally no research on it. All I know is that it was made by the same guys who made the New Vegas game, Fallout New Vegas, and also the team that have worked on the original first two CRPGs for Fallout 1 and 2.
Will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed.
Oh yeah, this isn't anything like Fallout, by the way. It's the same fucking premise. What the fuck? No, let's see here. I'm not supposed to skip this. Snip. Crackle. Pat. Alert! Breach of Hope. Security cord at breach. Oh? I have no idea what that was. It's even weirder sound. I don't know why, but that guy gave me like Willem Dafoe vibes for a second.
Thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep
Just
from
like-
damaging the
like-
board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Yeah, he looks like his third removed cousin, that's right. Alright.
If I can't save your body, I must at least save your brain.
Is that so, bud? Mm. I mean, like, are they going to do like stat checks like in the other game, in the previous Fallout games here? Like, I'm not entirely sure what the best like. Here, we'll go with strength and intelligence. Fuck it. Let's see here.
You could make a vicar doubt the law.
Wanna do that. Man. I really want the weapons. But I also really want that tech. Yeah, fuck it.
You
let's
wrote
just-
that paper on breeding a cystipig with
let's do
30%
that.
more
I can just use
tumors.
skill, that's fine. Aptitude. Oh, this feels exactly, I mean, it doesn't feel exactly, but it feels kind of like creating a character in New Vegas. I really like the way they got the traits and the skills here just kind of like organized a little differently here. By a little, I mean a whole bunch. This is obviously a different paradigm, but it feels the same regardless. Let's see here.
Three promotions away from junior bean counter.
Oh my god. All these haircuts are kind of low-key terrible.
Which is weird because she looks really good.
I know you can't have both. You can't have a good like set of heads and a good set of hair. You know, you gotta have one or another. That's what I really noticed.
I've never seen a create a character game ever that I've seen a hairstyle and thought that looks good.
Yeah. Except for Gaia. Which reminds me, I logged on to my Gaia account earlier today because, you know, I used to have a Gaia account. Let's not talk about it. Even though I'm about to talk about
I was
it.
gonna say you're the one bringing it up.
Whatever. Alright? Don't contradict me!
You're contradicting yourself.
Yes. I just don't know, dude. This fucking hair is fucking me up. It's just got like some okay ones here, but these look so bad. That one's.
It's the lighting too.
It is the lighting too. I can't fucking tell what color her hair is actually going to be when it gets hit by some sunlight. Fuck it. That's good enough. We're doing that.
It's got that video game issue of taking the same base thing and just shifting like the highlight colors. And it doesn't look good.
What the fuck? I wish eyes could get that pigment. That'd be pretty cool.
Shitty Halloween contact.
Yeah. If eyes actually like.
Oh, turn it
like,
up.
like whoa. Alright. Okay. We got some experimental makeup here too. Oh. Oh, this one, I like to call this the C squared. Casting couch. Cause 2 C's, you get it?
There you go.
That's terrible, alright, whatever. You don't have to tell me. What, so I can make her look like a leper?
I know you can give her a bit of Lego too. Oh hell yeah.
Can make
Lily
her-
knows.
I will refrain from any jokes. Because that's fucking
Please
terrible.
do. I already got one fucking woman beating joke on my page today.
We'll do that. Previous one here. Gold. Whoa! It's fucking throw a whole bucket of mud on her face, why don't you? No shit. Do not do that. What's my name? What's this bitch's name? Just kidding, I already knew what it was. I just wanted to take a swig. It's ambiguously like, you know what I mean? I think it's actually, you know, I think Vix may be more of a kind of like a female-ish like word,
It's pretty fucking androgynous.
because Vix to Vixen, you know what I mean?
I guess.
I don't know, but
Some mental moves, though. I don't think Vix is inherently feminine. It's pretty androgynous. Because it's not.
here, you know what? Let me look up the like Latin origin of the word vixen. That's what I should do.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Vixen, female fox. But now I gotta look up the fucking Latin origin to find out. Okay.
Not likely,
Combined
bootlickers.
from Middle English and Old English. Old English. Okay,
Initiate
so
skip jump.
vixen.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down. His drive.
Shit. Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? A bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was...
out of space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation
They would need
for
2.1
70 years,
gigawatts.
give or take.
Gigawatts.
Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some it's called explosive
Party!
but that's really more of a liquefaction.
Yeah, he reminds me more of fucking Doc now than he does Willem Dafoe, but he's like younger, you know?
A special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you.
Damn.
I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
Oh boy. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
Cargo fence.
Remember the hope. You know, it's really funny, honestly, that New Vegas is considered a better game than 3, you know, because fucking the development cycle for New Vegas was like,
This thing working. There you are.
barely
Now,
a year or
will
something
we-
like that. You know what I mean? They worked on
His
fucking
name is
Fallout
Buffalo,
3 for like
and he
4
should be
years.
waiting for
Everyone
you
in
at
the
the
city
landing
had to
site.
fucking crunch
Seems to be
to
your,
get that game
chauffeur.
done, which is why it's kind of so
Not to
buggy in
worry.
the first
I'm
place.
told
When it
he's
kind of breaks itself if you don't update it.
Slinger, one of a kind ship, that sort of
That
thing.
being said, however, it has fleshed out the story and the
I've also
characters and all the
outfitted you with a
connections
simple
and
wireless
the multiple
monitor,
story
so I can
paths,
track
despite
your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you
having
land.
to finish in such a
Good
quick
luck.
time. I think they did a really good
I
job
all
laying everything out,
colonists
but you know,
are
obviously
counting on you.
constraints just made it so that they just made a game that was like it's too easy to break. You know, works terribly on my fucking PS3 right now. It's because my save file is too big. It literally makes it lag out trying to fucking. I don't remember how this works, but it just makes it not work on my PS3. It kind of pisses me off, but it is what it is. I'll just get it on fucking PC or something.
You've landed good.
Okay, bear with it.
Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste.
Right.
Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Well, might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
Yeah. So I've looking. Nice this.
Frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
What kind of fucking chemicals are you pumping my body, Doc? Ooh. Emergency inhaler.
Oh shit.
How do I use my emergency inhaler? Oh!
Hey, you, come here.
Well, jeez, guy, you just gotta fucking say to me like that. You fucking could say please. Dick face.
You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hullhead grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh? Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Yes, nailed it that time. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna. The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy. Thanks for patching me up.
Okay. Hit square to talk. I switch my weapons? Ah! Oh! Ready. Uh-huh. Woulda. Woulda. Okay, let's see. Is there stamina associated with these things? Doesn't look like it. Oh, derp.
Damage my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
Due to complications stemming from being revived after extended hibernation, your brain processes time differently. I see. I thought this dude was just having LSD flashbacks. Shit happens to me all the time. Oh, hello there, sir. Marauder Goon. Whenever I see Marauder, I just think of those fucking Borderlands, though.
You better stop her!
Hose for some reason.
Desert hose?
It's a fucking,
Hose in the desert?
yeah,
Ooh.
just sketchy motherfuckers with guns. Usually, I don't think of like marauders. I think of like some
Yeah. Oh, I see. That's a cool little way to dodge. Bless you. More snaps. It's a weird way to dodge, though. Cool, though. Good concept. I should use the saber. Square up. Huh. Guess you didn't make the cut.
joke of the year award goes to.
Well, excuse me. Sorry, was it a little dull?
Man, when you started chanting those, it always fucking kills me.
Sorry, you know, maybe I shouldn't dirk you around so much. A dirk. Yeah.
Just like I said,
You didn't get that one? Maybe I should make another stab at it. What? Or maybe I should make another lance at it. No? Put a pin in it? That's not very nice of you to say. Oh well. Just another slice of life.
just realizing how bad I am at parts.
In this case, the sword is mightier! Oh wait, what the hell? Oh,
Where'd you
okay.
come from?
Nowhere. Nowhere at all, madam.
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders
she got the
hereabouts,
fucking-
and worse,
I don't know what you
landing
call it, it's
violators.
different.
gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. Really? How is he?
Yeah. Your ear just swollen, dude? You just get off of fucking jujitsu practice? What happened?
That is genuinely like when the sun is coming through your ear, but the sun should be behind her if that's happening. Because that does happen where it gets like that, you know?
Yeah.
Fucking cartilage.
Shouldn't have done that. Spacer's Choice family ain't authorized to receive medical aid from off-brand physicians. We'll see him back to Edgewater, just as soon as I cross these marauders off with the swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs.
Oh, I shouldn't have told her I patched them up, damn it.
Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know
Right? Fucking
You're
76, dude.
it's time we cross those marauders off.
I mean, I'll play
threaten whoever owns
76
that
some,
shit,
but
and
it's just
file a
like,
full report.
gosh.
And it's gonna be fucking laminated.
I'll just wait till it's fucking fully updated and shit. Oh shit. Alright, let's get it, guys. Ugh. It's like I'm playing Max Payne, but in first person. No, I'm just playing. Oh. Fuck out of here.
What's with your jingle jingles?
Yeah, where's the jingle jangle musics?
Oh, there you go, that's a fucking fun. Not that you're fucking danglies on your... You have like tentacles on your fucking suit, though, gee. Why? That doesn't seem very... It's for a tactical advantage, I find.
Yeah, it's for tactical advantages.
That's my excuse for everything now in a video game. Why tactical advantages? Why in this fighting game do you have the option to get tactical advantages?
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any
think Butch
misappropriated
haircuts
equipment
is just the way of
and
the
exit
future,
this
yeah.
vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction. I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating dishonesty.
Damn.
Please prepare yourself for lethal deterrence. Jettison procedures initiated. Disengage in airlocks.
Bitch, how the fuck is my heart rate raising up indicative of me lying? Alright, it just means I'm anxious from the situation. There's so much else.
Into it, you're like, there's a reason lie detector tests are not admissible in court.
What the fuck?
That's honestly
Fucking bitch.
You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
Why though? Why would you program that in?
This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Motivates them not to fail.
I mean, she's a computer.
I deduce from the tone of your voice that Captain Hawthorne failed to meet you at the designated location.
Maybe I'm just underestimating the butch AI of the future.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, Then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand? Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
The Unreliable, gosh.
Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation. Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Middle management. The hell? Alright, I can dig it. Is there any ones that do anything for my damage? Huh, alright. Well... Let's go ahead and let's just be able to carry more since I want that. Guess it'll be the only one I really want early on. Start building up from here then. Back.
I suppose everything on the Unreliable belongs to you now, Captain. Help yourself. No, really. These are the crew's quarters. Alex preferred to travel alone, but he always had me. Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, ma'am, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay. Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Nice. That's why I love always upgrading speech option and just get to walk away from shit like that. Edgewater. Is this Edgewater right here? There. Oh, I see. No, the big ass fucking marker over there that I just missed already. No, I like they have unlimited sprint too. That's great.
Yeah, why the fuck would you upgrade your walking speed if you have unlimited sprint? Like, I get it for late game, but Jesus, dude.
I think it's more of like if you want to be able to like maneuver around where you're shooting. Makes it so you're harder to hit and whatnot. Some people. This atmosphere, this is a little bit weird though.
I was just thinking.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Running around in a marauder's attire. You're liable to give some people the wrong idea. It's in poor taste. Dressing up like a marauder's disrespectful to all the workers that got eaten by them. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices. Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family. Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer? Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see? Four workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little. He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up. Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad. Yeah?
Why do you make it seem like you've been talking to him for 2 hours?
Yeah, just sitting here wasting daylight, fuck.
You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds. Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed. Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1. All my life?
It's terrible.
Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees.
I don't know if that's a paperwork.
Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my grave, you see? Hence the armed guards. Oh no. They're after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna duck my pay.
It's got such a weird feeling to it. It's not bad. It's just, I don't know. It's unique. Haven't really had a game feel like this, I guess, before. Like it feels like somewhere in between like Borderlands and like and Fallout and fucking. I don't know, man. I want to say like Saints Row just because like the graphics and the shading kind of like remind me of it and the colorfulness, but I don't know. It's a good game. It's a good graphic design. This town right here feels like a Fallout town, but it also feels like an Elder Scrolls town.
Keep your distance, friend.
Just by walking through here for a little bit. I think those ones are a little bit more rudimentary.
Just the amount of neon.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs.
Fuck you.
Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
This butch smile too kills me.
No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions. As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
I was gonna say, I told someone to just throw me in the fucking river.
Thank you, no. I despise the cereals. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay. And that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies. Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings. Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions. Much obliged.
Alright, well, let's go talk to these other guys and see if I can't get them to pay up. I'll have to figure something else for that guy.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
All these guys got the plague.
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state? What? No. I mean, I might be. That depends on who's asking. Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
That's not a good liar.
I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one. You are?
Silas is starting to sound like a
Wow.
real cunt.
First time anyone's ever told me that.
He's like, oh,
I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas.
people are like, I'm dying
But if you
of
could
the
see
plague.
a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me. You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Lord, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it. Just keep your head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over. Probably tracking mud all over the archives.
Is it still Munchausen if you actually have the plague?
I know that.
Still have
I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. I could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
Alright.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
Hey, bitch.
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead. All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic. I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do. All right, here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing the river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you. I'm paid better than Abernathy. Whatever he's giving you, I will do you one better. That's all I can ask of you. I've got some time.
What'd she want again? Why'd she want?
Oh, I'm an actuary. That means I keep tabs on a worker's living expenses. How much it costs to feed, clothe, shelter, bury, and replace your average human worker.
Oh.
Technically, I'm employed by the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources.
That there's young people who fucking need it. And he's a hypochondriac, so he probably doesn't even fucking need it anyways.
Holcomb are you?
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Shirt, pants, work boots, company-approved colors. The, honorable apparel of a loyal worker?
Only regulator we've got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure out if there's a way to
the band
steal
of
these
deserters
guys'
came back to
generators, cause fuck the corporate man. Like, I don't even know this guy's like real motives, but I've already decided I fucking hate him.
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership. That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Heading back.
I think that should come in handy.
I'm sure it will, I just love it.
Hey, ma'am, can we talk? Sorry. Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale. Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. About if what Mr. Thompson proposes to do is upright. Leaving Miss McDevitt's folk to their fate. Their neighbors. Kin. And maybe he can think of something else to try. Something we ain't. He used to go walking outside town. Maybe he's found something that'll help. It's just an idea. That's all. Thanks, ma'am. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy. Foreman Granger, mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you. Shit. Silas still on about that? Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill. I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker. Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable. Eugene wasn't family. Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines.
That's terrible. Jesus
crime.
Christ.
The legal term is irreparable damage to company property.
What the
What Eugene
fuck?
did to himself was vandalism. I'm plenty serious. In fact, I'm a little upset Eugene didn't think things through. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice. Well, excuse you. I'll have you know, Eugene was an asset to us all. May his atoms be commended to the law. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
Gone quiet. All together.
Oh, it's kind of like that, but not really. Just slows things down. Or I guess it's kind of like knee pads. This? No, I'm not. Oh, am I Hacker Man? No, I'm not Hacker Man. Oh. Oh. Fuck. Okay, I guess I gotta upgrade my fucking my lockpick later. No, yeah. What do you want to eat? Oops.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff. I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies. Just my luck. I ask for backup and the boss sends me one of them simple folk. All right. Listen real close. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance? I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling. Mechanical repellent! A stroke of inspiration from the law itself. Here, I've been saving up a couple bits for just such a project.
Alrighty.
Go on.
Well, fanatic.
I'm Ludwig Miller, Associate Security Officer for Transportation. Officially, unofficially, strictly between you and me, I am the only thing standing between Edgewater and total annihilation.
What the hell? Oops. Oh, no one saw that. Don't you just hate that when you accidentally fucking steal something in front of everyone? You gotta fucking load back before you enter the room. Gosh, that's terrible. All those graves.
Costs money to get burned, it costs money to die. Jesus Christ.
If they can monetize it, they will.
Capitalism.
Wish I had like a silenced weapon or something. first shot. Jesus Christ. Fuck! God damn, I did too late. Damn, bitch, don't die on me. Fuck! God damn it! Alright. Okay. I gotta stop being dumb here. Jesus Christ, dude. Terrible advertisement slogan. Save right here.
Got it? Inside voices.
Damn. Oh, shit. Damn, just one away. I'm 1 point away from being able to pick that lock. Damn, dude. Going this way? No, it's far. Yeah. Fuck am I going to get in there?
Look out! That's the last of them.